Now, this part of the video is for when I was at Mama T's. I just got released from the Murray County Jail, November of 2022. I was there from I think November 18th to Thanksgiving Day of um, November 2022, and then I left the next day. I came back to my mother's house. Why is because somebody was trying to set me up for stuff I didn't plan on doing, like the Walmart. I went there and I tried to buy something. I think it was a can opener, and it was going to be so I could use the Mama T's. And I was going to, and I did. I left it there so everybody could use it because the one they had you couldn't open cans. It was damaged. So I bought a new one. Problem is at Walmart, the first register I went up to, there was no camera, and I saw that, so I turned around and I was like, "Ooh, I'm not going to do that." But I did scan it, and I saw the price, and I went to another one, then I scanned it to pay for it, and it was a higher price. So I bought it at the higher price. The problem is, why did the same can opener scan up at a different price? For the one that didn't have a camera, and then a higher price for the one that did have a camera. Why did he do that? Why did it register? Scan the same barcode at a different price. Why did you do that at a Walmart in Ada, Oklahoma? And then I go back to Mama T's, and it's Thanksgiving Day, and I see Ada cop come in there in uniform, and what I'm in the area where you sleep, and then I come out and I stand there and I look and I see the cop standing there, and he looks at me, and he starts to back away slowly till he gets behind the wall, like it was just an illusion, like I just saw something that wasn't there. And I just saw a cop in uniform back away to pretend like he wasn't at Mama T's when I saw him at Mama T's. What's a cop trying to hide that he's at Mama T's for? Unless you're trying to set me up or something. Why are you hiding it, cop? So anyway, this is December 29th, 2022, right after I got back. It was right after the Christmas, of 2022, just after me getting out of jail. I'm on probation at this time. My probation officer said I can go anywhere I want in the United States of America as long as I keep checking in with probation. So I did. So me and my mother went down to Lafayette, Louisiana. The way we did this, though, is we went out this path out here. We went all the way out here. We're going through these areas. So I went through Antlers, Raton, whatever that place is, Broken Bow. I went through Idabel, and I did go out here. And Rocky, Arkansas is out here in this area. You'll see in a second that Rocky. How do people know who I am in Rocky, Arkansas? How do they know who I am? Some lady met me right in the intersection. She knew exactly what it was right as I entered Rocky, Arkansas. So anyway, we came out here. We ended up down here. I've been to New Boston. And we ended out in Texarkana. I think we came to New Boston and then across to Texarkana. People knew who I was in Texarkana. We ended up in Shreveport that night. Everybody knew who I was. Now, I want you to also remember all these places I've been. A lot of these major cities have military bases, military installations. And when everybody knows who I am in a city, that means the military knows who I am in those cities. They have a military base right here at Shaw Air Force Base in North Carolina or South Carolina. Wichita Falls, that's Shepard. They don't care about me. Oklahoma City, they don't care. They're just a bunch of hypocrites. Lawton, they don't care. A bunch of hypocrites. They know 9/11 is fake. I had people laughing in my face, knowing the Twin Towers were never real. Laughing in my face. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong when the military is letting somebody get persecuted in front of the world when the military is sworn oath to defend the Constitution of the United States against foreign and domestic. Anyway, there's Shreveport. The police knew who I was. They parked right outside of our hotel. I think it was a LaQuinta Inn or something. Then we went to down through here, and we went down the back highway. And the reason I have this area circled is because a cop pulled me over out there in the Red River Parish, and I know he knows about my side out there. It was a deputy sheriff who pulls me over, and he followed me. And right as I get to the intersection, he caught somebody tracking me with GPS. Deputy sheriff in Red River Parish is African American deputy sheriff. He caught somebody tracking me with GPS in my mother's blazer. She had a blazer at that time, red blazer. Anyway, we went down the back roads all the way out. We went through this town. Everybody knew who I was. Went all the way down through here. There was Alexandria. We went through there. Um, went to Lafayette. Lafayette. That's where Nadine Wooten was from. She said, "We're laughing at you." I said, "What are you talking about? What do you mean? Why are you saying you're laughing at me?" It's because people know stuff and people don't want to tell the truth, right? Nadine Wooten. Um, I got her picture on my web page. Web page. And anyway, we left Lafayette, Louisiana. We came through here. People knew who I was in this area. in this area. They knew who I was as I got there. People knew who I was here. People know who I am here. We drove through here. We went through Orange, Texas. We went all the way up here. We went all the way up into here to Hempville. We drove to St. Augustine, then we came all the way across, and then I mean, we ended up back in Oklahoma. The problem is, everyone knows who I am, and nobody will tell the truth. Even when I got evidence, they just try to delete it or ignore the evidence. There's some evidence you cannot ignore. Now, this next trip was to Myrtle Beach, and this was also to gain attention because every time I go out, I'm expecting someone to tell the truth. And what I find out is I get back and everybody's just walking around like zombies, pretending they don't know nothing when everybody here knows you faked my daughter's death and tortured me to death by giving me alcohol poisoning by pretending I'd see my dead daughter, Sarah Ramsey, alive at a party with Dale Earnhardt Sr. at Intel Corporation from the years 2017 2019. And when I came back to Ardmore, y'all just shut me up, pretending like you didn't know nothing. Then God gave us COVID 19. And then you sent me to Dallas and did it all over again, pretending like you're going to tell the truth, and you didn't. And now that was in 2021, and now it's 2024, and you put me in jail. I told it 5 times, trying to shut me up because you don't want to tell the truth of what you really did. So anyway, this is January 10th, 2023, one in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So on this trip, we left. We went out towards Arkansas. We went through Arkansas. We went through all these little areas. I'm not sure where we stayed the first night. I'm not really not sure. Um, we drove on out. We went through Memphis. Oh, we stayed the first night down here, somewhere in this area. There's a little town out here somewhere in this area where we stayed the first night. I went through Memphis. Everybody knows who I am everywhere I go. Anyway, everywhere these circles are, it means I've been to these places, and it's where people prove they knew who I was. So we stayed in a hotel. Is somewhere in this area. Gwen. It was Gwen. We stayed in a place called Gwen. It was either Alabama or Mississippi. Gwen. It was Gwen. And then we left, and the next day we ended up in Birmingham, which has a military base. Everybody knew who I was. Then the next day we left, and that same day we left there, we went through Talladega and went through Atlanta, which has a military base. Everybody knows who I am. And now this is the same day. We went through Atlanta. We got gasoline somewhere out there. We went through Augusta, and we went all the way up here to I can't even read it. Columbia, I think this is Columbia. I'll just move this. Yeah, Columbia. People knew who I was. There's a college there. People were playing soccer or something. As soon as we go by, I just drove by. I did like that. Everybody just stopped and turned and looked at us like they all pooped their pants or something. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. Everybody that was playing soccer, all of them just quit, stopped, and just looked at us. It was the craziest thing. It was funny. Anyway, we left Columbia. Yeah, I was all Darlington. I've been through all these areas. Everyone proves to know who I am, but nobody will tell the truth. We went through Conway and we went to Myrtle Beach. People were leading us, pretending like they was going to start doing some arrests and telling the truth. You know what happened the next day? Next day I got up and I drove all the way up to North Carolina, all the way back to Oklahoma, where everybody continues to lie to my face. What do you think about that? So we left Myrtle Beach the next morning. We stayed in a hotel in Myrtle Beach. Next morning we left and we went up through here. We went through Fayetteville. There's a cool little place called On the Border. It's right between North Carolina and South Carolina. It's supposed to be a little fun park for kids and stuff, video games, small rides. It looked pretty cool, but we just drove right on through. Went all the way up to Dunn, North Carolina, right here where people tried to cause accidents, knew who I was. We went through Raleigh, Dunham, went to Mebane. I got a good video of both those places, Dunn and I got videos of people trying to cause wrecks on the interstate. Nobody look at it. Well, people says, "Oh, you're just driving slow." No, you're lying. You know the truth. You're trying to cover it up so you don't have to tell the truth, so you can save somebody from going to jail. Anyway, we went to Greensboro. The police proved they knew who I was there. Nobody's done nothing. I've been through Charlotte. I don't think we went to Charlotte on this pass though. I've been through that, but I don't think we went there on that pass. And then after that, we came through. We stayed at can't remember where we stayed that night. It wasn't no one here. We kept going through here. We went to Nashville. I went through here. All these. We went through Brownsville. I got a good video of people knowing who I am in Brownsville, Tennessee. I had some cop try to arrest me up here. My mother threw a sandwich wrapper in a trash can at a car wash. She just ate a sandwich as we was driving around Marrowbone Lake, and she throws a sandwich wrapper. One car pulls up behind me. He gets out of his car and starts coming towards me. And I look in the mirror, and the lady's checking the trash. As soon as we drive out, she throws the sandwich wrapper away. As soon as we drive out, lady checks trash. Guy gets out to come and try to arrest me. I just look in the mirror, what's going on? And he throws his hands up and walks away. And that was around January 10th, 2023. Why are you trying to arrest me? Why don't you tell the truth of what you did? So anyway, that night we left Memphis and we come in here and we stayed here, Forest City, Forest City, and Forest City. That's where the state troopers are. That's the headquarters right there. They have a big old headquarters there in Forest City for the state police of Arkansas. And we stayed there that night. And I mean, everybody proved they knew who it was, but nobody tell the truth. And that was January 10th, 2023. The next morning we left, and there was a little place that we stopped at, and there was a sheriff who was going to try to arrest me. She told me many years ago she was going to try to arrest me. And I'm not sure where she is. There was a rest stop here by it. There's one out in this area, and she's out in this area. I remember seeing a thing called Lone Oak Church. I remember seeing a place called BB out here. So she's out here in this area, somewhere in this area. I just don't know where. There was a Dollar General and a little tiny store that had a clock on the wall. And she came out like she was going to arrest me because she thought, I don't know what she really thought, but all I did was go and buy some soda Coca-Cola. But the question you should ask is, why did a cop, a sheriff in this area of Arkansas, tell me she was going to arrest me in this area around the year 2000, 2001, 1999, 1998, somewhere in that time frame at Alcatel Yada Networks? Why did she tell me she was going to arrest me in this area? And then all of a sudden, the year 2023, there she is trying to arrest me in that area. I think you guys are withholding something. You know something. Why aren't you telling the truth of what you know instead of trying to hurt me more? You're not allowed to fake someone's daughter's death and hold it over their head. It's illegal to deprive somebody of their life, liberty, and freedom. That's the 14th Amendment. The states can't make a law to do this. The federal government cannot make a law to do that. That's the Fifth Amendment. Yet you seem to make a law where you can torture me to death in front of the world, and you don't seem to care. Anyway, after leaving, this area, we got on the highway. We came back through here, went into Oklahoma. We probably went through Chickasaw. I don't know. We've been everywhere. I've been all over the state of Oklahoma, we're all over the state of Texas. Nobody cares. Just a bunch of hypocrite liars. You don't care. I just want to get out of here, and you won't tell the truth. Anyway, we went back to Oklahoma, and I'm still sitting here waiting for somebody to tell the truth. Nobody to tell the truth when I got all kinds of proof and evidence the cops just don't want to look at.